Well, good morning. Welcome back to another episode here on Hall Family Farms. Today is Monday. It's December the 27th, and we're so glad you could join us. It is a bit chilly out today compared to the temperatures we had yesterday. Yesterday we had a high of 71, beautiful sunny sky, no clouds. Today we woke up to clouds and cold temperatures overnight. Drastic drop in temperature overnight, and it's supposed to get to a high of 46. I think it's about 45 degrees right now, so this is about as good as it's gonna get. And we have a lot of projects we got to get done here in preparation for the upcoming growing season. So glad you could join us. One of the projects we're going to do today is put these decorative copper caps on all of our 4x4 posts, not just for decoration purposes, which it will make it more pleasing to the eye, but also it sheds the water off of the flat surface on the 4x4 post, thus prolonging the life of those posts. And we have a number of them here on our farm, as you can see right here to my left, your right, the 30-year-old Grapevine trellis has two posts that are in need of a cap, so we're going to put those on. And we probably have some other things we'll do today. Hopefully we can get some things done before it rains. It's supposed to be sprinkles maybe this afternoon, maybe a light shower, and then the rest of the week looks like it's going to be pretty much a washout except for maybe Friday. So we need to really try to get as much as we can done today, knowing what our forecast is going to be. So if you need to fill up your cup, go do that now, and we'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to use to bond those decorative copper caps to our post is liquid nails, exterior heavy duty bonding adhesive. So I've already cut the tip here, so we're going to go ahead and get this tightened down. Alright, got my cap here. This will be our first post. And basically I'm just going to run a bead on the inside of this cap here. I don't know if I can show you. That's what the inside of the cap looks like. That's the outside. So we're going to just see if we can squeeze out a bead here. And hopefully, oh, we're starting to get something here. Hold on. Okay. Kind of hard to do this squeezing and holding at the same time with arthritic hands, but we're going to try to make it work here. I want to make sure we get enough of this adhesive on here so that it stays. And we definitely want to get it done before we receive all of this rain that's coming in from out west. That is snow out there currently. So okay, I think we got enough here. I'm going to set my adhesive down. Alright, and so I'm not going to bore you with going through and doing all of these, but we'll do a couple more here, and then the rest I'll do off camera. Well, what is it they say? It's all about the details, right? So we're going to finish with adding this detail here to our new grape arbor. One of the things you'll notice is that this post is a little bit bent, and that's probably because we didn't get those caps on right away. It was straight when I got it at the store, so better late than never, right? Okay, on to the food forest where the apples are. One thing I have to say, this was an excellent idea. If you're going to have a fruit orchard, it's probably best to provide it with some structure, a frame like this, using these cattle panels with 4x4 posts. It seemed to keep the deer away. I don't know if it's because of the fence and the illusion there's this metal here. I don't know. But we did not have problems with the two gala apples, this one and that one over there. So I'm planning to do all of my trees, I think, that way. It'll make it a lot easier for picking. We're going to keep it nice and compact. We can actually get multiple rows in here as we expand our food forest with our fruit trees. So you might want to give it a try. And I think the copper is going to not only provide protection for our 4x4 posts, but as it ages and gets that nice patina, it's going to really just look nice. So anyway, on to the next one. Got to go get it. I must say, it's looking really, really good. Just giving that extra little touch here. Okay, with this project done, let's see what else we can get accomplished before it rains this afternoon. Okay, one of the projects that we're gonna get accomplished this winter is we're gonna clear out some of these volunteer trees and kind of clear this out a little bit more, because I've got some more blueberry plants that are supposed to arrive, I think, in February or March. So I'd like to get this clear so I could do another row or so of blueberries. And it's just a thicket here, and so we need to get this cleared out. So I've been working on it slowly but surely, sawing the trees, but we've got this wild Virginia grapevine growing throughout the canopy, and so that's causing some problems here. I don't know if you can hear me from way back here, but you can see this grapevine. It's just growing up into these trees here, and look at all of this. We've got to get all of this cleaned out. I've already removed several trees right here in this area. We've got a few more to go. I think I'm just going to leave one of these red buds, and we'll come in and clear out the rest of them. So let me prune some more of these vines here. now we're getting this open, looking much better. Just got a couple more in here to get rid of, so I'll have to go get the chainsaw to do that. And then we can clear up the rest of this. Okay, much better. Still got a lot to do, but it's looking much better. Okay, so taking the camera off the tripod here so you can get a better look at what we're doing here. Got to come in and clean all this, rake this out, mow down the grass that grew up through the summer. We've got, it looks like an old plastic 5-gallon bucket that needs thrown away, and maybe some old wooden pallets that got stuck in there by the previous owner. So it's just a thicket. We need to clean this out. I think I'm just going to keep one of the red buds in here and clean out the rest of those, and that's really going to open this area up. So I've got my blueberries planted right there, so I think I could plant maybe another row or two here and still have room and do a nice flower garden right here around this red bud that I'm going to leave. You can't tell which one it is. It's going to be the straightest of the ones that's in this thicket, but still quite a bit of work to do. Wanted to show you real quick while I've got you off here, show you why it's important to have those caps on the ends. As you can see, over a period, and this is one of the original posts that was here, so it's about 30 years old, and you can see how the rain has just carved these big craters, and it goes down quite a ways. So we're going to get one of those copper tops and put on here and give this post some protection. Hopefully it'll last us a little while. You can see how far that rain has worked its way down into the wood. So, okay, you can see we've got our exterior heavy-duty adhesive bead running inside the cap here where it will touch the top of this post. And now we're just going to set it right on top. Okay, push it down, kind of twist it just a little bit to get that adhesive a chance to connect. And there you have it. That hopefully will give us several more years of life out of this post. I think what we're originally, the plan was here, or what was here, is we had this series of posts before I put the greenhouse where that's located, and there were grapevines here, and this is the 30-year-old grapevine I've been talking about, and it's the only one that survived. So it looks much better now that we've got it trained to those fence rails. We've got the decorative caps on the post to protect them. We've added the flower planting hangers on there for the hummingbirds and for our hanging flower pot. And so now that we've got this space reclaimed, we could probably plant a grapevine right here, since that was the original plan, I guess, of the previous owner. So you may just do that, although it will impede the walkway a little bit. You have to go around this post, and I think there was a grapevine apparently that was in between these posts here. We won't put a grapevine there, obviously, because we have to enter the greenhouse, but we'll give it some thought. If we don't put a grapevine here because we want the opening for the walkway, we may put some more hanging baskets out here. I think that might look nice on these two posts. And then we'll have a nice flower bed with some perennials and annuals once we get this in shape with some mulch around the one tree we're going to keep, and there are multiple ones in there. So anyway, on to the next project. Okay, we found another Concord grapevine here that needs moved, and we have a space over on our new arbor for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these roots pruned here out of the ground so we can transfer this thing. Got a pretty extensive root system here. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of roots on this grapevine. And again, here is one of the original branches that was laying on the ground, and it put out roots in two spots actually, so you could really sever it right here and have two plants, and I think I may just do that. So we're gonna just sever it right here. Okay, so right there, that'll be a nice grapevine. We're going to prune these roots back, give it a little bit of a root pruning. That's going to encourage a lot more of those fine hairs where all of the transfer of water and nutrients happen. Look at that, there's even some new shoots already coming out of this one right here. Let me see if I can get you a closer look at that. Well, this branch appears to be damaged here. Let me see if I can bring this up a little closer here. Let me see. Okay, right there. So you can see right here, this has been damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this vine right there. That's going to make that a much healthier plant, I think. But I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see that, right here. See that? See there's a couple right here? That's what happens when you prune the roots back. You get a lot more of those fine hair roots that grow back. That's where all that transfer, it doesn't really happen with these big roots. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This is the one I think I'm going to plant right away here. Let's see if we can give this a haircut. A root cut, I guess, would be what we're striving for right here. We're just going to give it some nice clean cuts here. In fact, I'm going to clip that part off there. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. Let me see what else we need to remove here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this branch right here. Okay, so we'll get that in the ground, we'll get it trained to our fence rails. Looks like there's something on here that's some kind of vining plant, might be part of the grapevine actually, that wrapped its tentacles around there. Okay, so that looks to be a pretty good plant here. So I think this is the one we're going to go with. So let's get over to the new trellis. We'll get this grapevine in the ground. Okay, I think that about does it for the prep on our new home for this grapevine. So let's see how the roots fare in here. Now you can see it's got a bit of a bend or curve to it, so we're going to have the roots go in just like this. And that way we can bend it back to our fence rails. Okay, that looks pretty good. Get some soil in here around these roots, get those settled in. Okay, yeah, that's going to be just about right. Okay, and that's going to get us up there to the second rail. May lift it up just a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's going to be good. All right, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a drink now before we finish putting the soil back in the hole. I want to give this opportunity to kind of settle as we go. All right. Okay, and while so while that water is settling in the soil here, let's go ahead and get this trained or fastened to our railing. All right. Now I am going to snug these down. Oh, a little bit of a bug there. I'm going to snug this down just a little bit because of the railing. There we go. That should hold it in place for now. And of course, we can always readjust these as needed. Okay, so I think that's going to be good. Let's see if we can get some more of this soil in here. And what we're going to do with the, I don't know if you want to call it grass, it's really wiregrass, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of make a berm right here. Since this ground is kind of on a slope, we'll make a berm here to kind of help keep the water in when it rains. So we'll do it like so. And that should be real good here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and give this some more water to settle the soil in around the roots. And then what we'll do is we'll get some of our bark mulch here and put around these. I haven't got around to putting it around the other two, so we'll go ahead and do all three of them together here. I'm going to go ahead and give them, this one, the full amount of water so that we'll get all those air pockets out of the soil, get that soil in good contact with those roots. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go refill my watering can so we can put some water on the other two, and then we'll get some mulch and kind of call this project for now done.